So in the previous video about the KemiMoto heated hoodie and the gloves, you guys loved it. The response from you guys was amazing. The amount of views, the amount of clicks, just off the charts. So today we have another product from KemiMoto. This one's specific for motorcycles, but they have so many wide variety of products. ATV, a UTV, a dirt bike, electric bicycle, I think they make stuff for. Motorcycles, dirt bikes, they've got stuff for you. So today, let's see what's inside this box. What was inside this box? They give us 3 of these like hard, rigid kind of pieces, right? And I think that goes inside this. Okay, so we've got some, looks like some lacing. I wonder if that will probably help connect them. But what we have here is 2 matching saddlebags for my bike. These are purposely designed for double stacked exhausts where they're stacked one on top of another. And with that, you tend to not be able to find saddlebags for this kind of bike. So I ride a Low Rider, but there's a bunch of other models that they make these for. But these are specifically designed saddlebags to go over your back fender to give you a little bit of extra storage while riding to extend your trip a little bit farther. You can take a little bit more gear. So right now, all I have is just a little swing arm bag. And unfortunately, all I have in there is like a road kit and an IFAK in there. I just realized something. They also gave me a tool roll bag. This can go on your handlebars or on your front forks or whatever. So this is now 3 times the amount of storage you can have. So this is designed to go up on your front forks or on handlebars like I just said, but you can put whatever you want here. So historically you'd put a tool roll up there to help fix your bike when it inevitably breaks down on the side of the road. But this is also, you can pack whatever you want. It's extra storage, right? So 3 leather bags in 1 box. That is really cool. And I think it's gonna look really good on the bike. Let's get them installed. This wasn't terrible. It wasn't a difficult install. It just took a second to figure out. So here they are, right? So basically they give you 2 straps, just like the other one, that are attached to the bag. And what you do is you kind of lace them between each other. And so this bag straps clips onto this bag straps, and this one clips onto this one, and it creates like this web. And all I did was just take the screw out of the back of my seat, lift the seat off, laid these over the fender, and then put the seat back down and screwed it down. Wasn't a terrible install. It just took me a second to try to figure out how those 2 were interacting with each other. So I don't know what the laces are for, those black strings. I think they have tabs on each of these sides here that I feel like those would loop through, and it's if you want extra securing to your bike. If you want to secure it in different spots or something, you can tie those off and you don't have to worry about the laces scratching or rubbing. They're real soft material, so I don't think it would scratch your paint at all. So they are soft bags, and they do form to what's in here, right? From first look, you look at them and they don't look very big, but I was able to fit quite a bit of stuff in them. So I'll go through and I'll kind of show you what it looks like so far. So you can see here, I've got this strap left out. You can tuck that underneath if you want, or however you want. They do give you this like elastic banding as well that you can strap these down if you want, or you can cut them off and burn them and kind of melt the ends so that they don't fray. But they're just nylon kind of straps. They're very soft nylon straps, so I'm not worried about it rubbing. And none of these plastic buckles are touching any of my paint. They're far enough away from the fender that I'm not worrying about that as I'm riding going to be rubbing or anything like that. So you can see they do have, it's really faint, but you can see right there the KemiMoto logo is on the side, but it is so faint that if you don't point it out, I don't think you would ever see it. And it does have, you know, the buckles that do adjust to secure whatever load you have in there. I don't feel that's terrible. Now they are soft bags. They are water resistant leather. It's water resistant leather, and I think they treat it with something to try to help, but it is a soft bag, and it does have those kind of leather like extra pieces that fold over inside to help protect against rain somewhat. But like I said, it is a soft leather bag, so if you are caught in a downpour, whatever's in there is gonna get wet. So if you are securing things inside that bag that you don't want to get wet, I would wrap it in like a plastic bag or something extra to keep it from getting like saturated wet, right? But for regular road gear, I think it'd be totally fine, you know. And if I'm going out for a ride, I usually am going to try to go in nice weather. I don't want to ride in the rain, but if you're on, like I said, like I'm doing this for longer extended trips, maybe an overnighter, you might hit some rain, so that's something to be aware of. Now, this does come with a tool roll bag or an extra kind of fork bag or something. So I did put that bag up here and I strapped it across my forks, and it did fit just above my fender here, but I felt it was a little bit too close, and I was worried if I put a bunch of weight in there, it would eventually start rubbing on this fender and would wind up scratching the paint. It is very soft leather under there, but still, I was a little leery. I had it strapped between the reflector here and the triple tree. So I think if I were to move the strapping above the tree up here on both sides, it would hold it up high enough to keep it off there. I think that would be a good place to strap it, and this tree would help secure it so that it wouldn't fall down. But I feel like I like it better on the sissy bar. So let me show you that. So I mounted it right here on the back of my sissy bar, and I just strapped the straps around the bar here, and it helps secure it a lot better. I like it back here so that way if I do have a rider or something with me, they can reach back and store things back in here if they want to as well. So that segues into another great question. Do these bags in here, in fur, do they get in the way of the rider? Okay, assistant, we are trying to show that when you're sitting on your seat, riding on the back, going for a nice ride in a motorcycle, that the bags do not get in your way of your legs touching the pegs. Can you give us an example of how you would be sitting on the back of this seat, please?
Okay.
So, let's go off mount for a sec.
It doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother you at all?
No, I don't even feel it.
Don't even feel it, right? Like, there we go.
If I have something to do it, it kind of like touches my leg a little, but that's like fine.
Okay, so you don't feel any interference at all on you as you're riding with these. These look good, and they're not in your way. Could you, if we were riding, could you reach down and get something in the bag if you needed to? Do you feel like you could if you wanted to?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
perfect.
can.
Perfect, look at that. She can get at it. Perfect, nice and easy. And there is this side, which I have loaded full of gear. I'll show you that in a second. All right, so what do we have in these bags, right? Like I figured out what can I throw in here. Obviously you could put whatever you want in here, but if I'm going out for a longer extended ride, I can open these up easily and I can throw a hat in here. So I can take a baseball hat with me. If I want to have a bottle of water or a bottle of whatever else I want in there, I can put those in there. And if it gets cold, right, I can store my heated KemiMoto gloves in there quite nicely. Let's check out what I got on the other side. All right, so in this side, I wanted to see how much stuff I could actually fit in here. And what I have in here, if I'm out riding and I'm getting cold, you could throw rain gear in here, whatever. I've got a full-size, large KemiMoto heated hoodie in here. So as I'm riding, if I get cold, I could throw that on. So not bad. It holds a ton of gear. And then finally, in the tool bag in the back, I have got room for an entire quart of oil, which you could easily fit 2 in here. A rag, tool, like I could fit the entire quart of oil in here. I could fit an entire tool roll in here, rags, cleaning stuff, whatever I wanted for a road kit if you wanted this to use it as a tool bag, or you could use this as anything else for storage, whatever else you wanted. If you wanted your rider to have extra storage back here or something, they could, you know, put whatever they wanted back here and use this as their bag too. The buckle system. I really like the buckle system with that quick release on the bottom. it makes it so you don't have to like get in there and unbuckle everything all the time to get at stuff. I have to do that right now with my swing arm bag, and it's kind of, honestly, it's annoying. This, I love the fact that I could still sit on the bike and just reach back, clip that, open the bag, get what I need at a stoplight or something, and get it back on and get back on the road. So there are two cons that I'm not a huge fan of, but I wouldn't say they're deal breakers. One of them is the thickness of the leather is a little bit thin for my taste personally. The straps feel a little bit cheap when you're actually unbuckling and buckling them. If you're not using the quick release, the quick release seems to be fine. Now, I don't think that the material is thin enough that I'm worried about it snapping or anything like that under tension, but it just feels just a little bit too thin. If they would have used maybe a little bit thicker leather, I feel like it would have felt a little more durable. But so far, I don't think the durability is in question. I think it's more of just that tactile feel that you get from it. And the other issue is I feel like the buckles are upside down. So when you have a loose, like if you don't have much in there and you don't have them under a lot of tension, the buckles tend to fall over a little bit. I feel like if you were to flip them, invert them, right, so that the roller and the actual buckle is downward, then it would do better. But if you did that, then you wouldn't be able to do the quick release. So I see where they went as far as the design goes with that. Again, not a deal breaker, because if I'm using these bags or I had them on the bike, I'm probably going to have stuff in the bags. But anyway, if you want to pick some of these bags up for yourself, I will put links down in the description down below. They're pretty cool, and for the price, to be honest, is really good. So I'll put links in the description down below if you're interested in these. You can pick some of these up yourself, as well as the discount code, so you can get a discount off your purchase for my Matao Outdoors viewers. And if you like this type of content, consider subscribing down below so you don't miss future content like this. And give me comments, thumbs up, all the other stuff. With all that being said, I will see you on the next one.